Hello, my parents and students. Another 9 days to go from this corona lockdown. You don't have an alternative, no option. If you want to be safe, remain inside. But you can ask the golden question I asked you to ask yourself: what is the best possible use of my time right now? It's an excellent opportunity to introspect, to look at our own lifestyle, our habits, and explore new possibilities. Ask the question: what is the best possible use of my time right now? I am inspired by a quotation by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night. So, if you want to achieve, when every other person is wasting their time, blaming themselves, cursing this lockdown, and watching certain unwanted, useless TV shows, ask yourself, in what way I can enhance myself? I'm going to give you 5 ideas. I've been counseling students who are struggling to score the mark they want, and these 5 steps have helped many of them. I'm going to discuss with you one after the other. Please make a note of it. Point number 1 is your posture. Now, this type of a posture, sitting straight, I explained to you some time back when I'm dealing with the yoga, pranayama, the advantages of sitting straight. This is the posture. So find out where your book is and how you want to read posture. There has to be a systematic way to sit, not walking and lying down and talking to somebody. Posture and a place to study. Point number 1. Point number 2 is span of attention. When I interview students who are doing very well and those who are not doing so well, the span of attention is the difference which makes that difference. When I'm giving this talk, how many of you are able to listen and catch every word that I'm uttering? Span of attention. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So when I ask the students what's the style of reading, for example, I used to ask them, I'll give you 2 ways and tell me which is your style. Now I take a book and start reading, and then I turn this side, that side. Then I come back to the same place. I don't know where I left. I start reading. Then something disturbs me. Then I go through my mobile. And then I come back. Again, I don't know. Again, I don't know where I left. And then again, something disturbs me. I walk out, come back. Is this your style? Or I ask them, I sit with body straight, set aside all the distractions, and start reading. I'm not able to understand, so I go back. If necessary, look at the dictionary. Oh, is that so? Make a note of it, and then continue to read, then read, and then I make a note. Then when I look at the watch, it should be about 15-20 minutes. I ask the students, which is your style? Students who do well will say, the second one is my style. Students who do not score good marks will accept that, sir, I belong to the first style. This is called the span of attention. So for the next 9 days, take a book, any book that you want. Set aside a timer. Set a timer to start with not more than 5 minutes. And tell yourself, I'm not going to look hither and thither. I'm not going to wander here and there. I'm going to read only for 5 minutes until the timer goes. Then increase it. by 1 minute, 6 minutes. Then one more minute, one more minute. You can try this twice a day, morning once, evening once. Next day, instead of 5 minutes, make it 6 minutes. The next day, 7 minutes. The third day, morning 7 minutes, evening 8 minutes. The next day, morning 8 minutes, evening 9 minutes. And try to reach about 15-20 minutes by the time the 9 days lockdown is over. It becomes habit. So you can improve your span of attention. The next one is very, very important. In my classes, I've come across students who are very fluent and also students who are not fluent. I'll tell you what is fluency is. Supposing I take this book and I want to read it. Supposing I read it, in our life, we may not get all that we desire. Sometimes we are lucky to get exactly what we wanted, but that does not happen always. We need to do our best with what we have and what we are. This is one style of reading. Now, those who do not have the fluency will read something like this. In our life, we may not get all that we desire. Sometimes we are lucky to get exactly what we want, but that does not happen always. Now, in this case, I am not stammering, but I am not able to identify the word. I am not able to read the word. You know, when you were introduced to reading, first you were introduced to letters A, B, C, D, E, F. Then you were introduced to words. Then you were introduced to group of words. Then a sentence. You should have continued to read. Only by reading you can improve this fluency. So from today, the next 9 days, set aside about 20 minutes of your time. Take any book you want, or you can take a newspaper. The advantage of a newspaper is you've got bold letters, especially when you have this problem. Start reading fluently. If you are able to read fluently, half the battle is won. The next point number 4 I want to give you is comprehension, understanding. There is a difference between understanding and memorizing, and not understanding and memorizing. The second one is called rote reading, rote memory. Always have a dictionary with you. If you have access to smartphone, best, because you can type the word which you do not know and you get the meaning. So fluency, underline every word that you do not know, immediately check out and then go back, read the same sentence, so you are able to read fluently and you are able to understand. Comprehension. And the fifth one is consistency. Not one day, not 2 days, but consistently, every day. Have a timetable. The next 9 days, if you are able to be consistent to do one thing, automatically on the 10th day, you will remember to do it. As I said some time back, if you do it for 21 days, it will become a habit. Anything that you do willingly, voluntarily, and you start liking it, it becomes a habit. So the next 9 days, try these 5 principles. What did I say? First one is posture. Setting aside a time and a place and the way you want to sit. Set a good reading corner for you. Preferably not facing the road, but facing the wall, so that you avoid the distraction. The second one is span of attention. Set a timer to start with today, 5 minutes. By evening, 6 minutes. Tomorrow morning, 7 minutes. Tomorrow evening, 8 minutes. Like that, 8th day, 9th day, you would have gone deeper into this. So you will improve the span of attention. The third one is, what did I say? Fluency. Whichever language you are, whether you are reading in the mother tongue or English or Spanish or Telugu or Hindi, ensure you get that fluency. Fluency comes only by continuously reading. Every day set aside the time for reading. Whether it is your textbook or additional book. Comprehension. As I said, have a dictionary, understand, and last but not the least, consistency. I am sure you will use these 9 days to your advantage. See you. All the best.
SRMJV is not just a school, it's a one-time experience.
VM Nagar, Tiruvallur,